It's Thursday, and I have an unboxing to do. Early birthday gift unboxing from my wonderful soulmate, Tammy. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing today, so I wanted to get it open, and I like doing stuff early. Hi, Hina. You want to give blessings? Hi, Hina. You don't want to give no blessings? Come on. There you go. Amen. Hi, Hina. Pay attention. There you go. Double foot blessings for every fucking buddy. Okay. Are you ready? I love unboxings, people. But I have to admit, I opened this when I got it. But it'll be like an unboxing for you. I'm sorry my hair looks terrible, but after all, it is whatever fucking time it is in the morning. Because snap heads really don't care. This is a wonderful meth cup, snap cup. Another one to match my beautiful green one from my gals at the beauty shop. And this one says, "You're the sister I got to choose. There could be nothing more special than that." Because I had twin sisters that were stillborn. They were younger than me, a couple years younger. They were named Elizabeth and Marie. One wasn't stillborn. One lived about an hour. And for years and years, we went to the cemetery where they were buried. And me and my brother hated it because we never knew them. We never saw them. We never met them. Anyway, I did have twin sisters. And my brother was very glad because he couldn't hardly get along with me, let alone thinking of two sisters. Tammy, I'm going to rotate the cups. My big green, beautiful cup that says Terry Time from Allie and Chelsea with this wonderful cup that you got me. Thank you so much. I can't wait to do my first snap in this cup. Then, there's that. Then there was this, and it came in this beautiful little box. I'm not a liar. I would have just acted like I was just opening these, but I did open them when I received them. This is a wonderful candle. It says, "Happy birthday to my amazing friend. Here's to another year of us laughing at our own jokes, dealing with stupid people, and keeping each other sane. Tammy and me talk on the phone every day, sometimes twice a day. In fact, Tammy, my true friend, has never betrayed me, was the one that kind of, little bit, got me up to what Minnie was doing, backstabbing-wise, because Tammy would say, 'Terry, I can't comment on any of your videos. My comments won't come through. Blah, blah, blah.' Well, Minnie was a moderator. And I'm naming all my moderators radiators now. I don't want to call them regulators. So I'm going to call them radiators. So I don't have many radiators because I really don't go live that much. I don't have that big of chats. And actually when I'm live, I can't see the chats half the time. So anyway, Minnie was in there. The one before her was Lauren, and Lauren had blocked a whole bunch of people that I found. Never dreamt that Minnie was like that. Never. Till Tammy started saying, "Terry, I can't comment on any of your videos." So I go in there and look because I have to get on my desktop to look. I can't do it on my phone or my notebook. So I get on my laptop, and Minnie had blocked, oh my God, over 40 people, and Tammy was one of them, and she knew better. That's why I like Carlos, Sly, Sharon, Tammy, Jesse Roth, Miss Can't Be Wrong, because I know that I let them know that my chat is a freedom of speech zone. And if the people want to argue with each other and not get nasty, it's freedom of speech. Let them argue. Let them rip. I'm not going to block. Because I believe in freedom of speech, and I believe the chat have. And what type of person would I be if I only let people that were going to say good things about me and my opinions? Let it rip. I'm happy with my radiators now. I have not found one single person blocked. I've not had one person saying, oh, I can't comment, I can't do this. So the ones I've got now, I love and respect, and I don't care who they're friends with. Because I have a little story leading up to Miss Can't Be Wrong in FBS. And it's fresh. In fact, I just heard it tonight. Now, for the main, well, that cup was wonderful. But this blanket, and you're not going to be able to see it all, but I'm going to tell you what it says. It says, so try to hold this up where you can see it. It says, it's got hearts on it, says, to my bestie. Time friends are never apart, maybe in distance, but never in heart. And then down here it says, oh God, I love the colors in this too. Wrap yourselves up in this and consider it a big hug from me. Tammy, thank you so much. I love the colors in this. I absolutely love the colors and the words on this. And people, I will have these gifts and know exactly who they came from until the day I die, just like I do all the rest. I've even got a gift that Minnie sent me that I'm going to show you people. It's outside. It's a wind chime. And as bad as I hate that backstabbing, I still got the wind chime she sent me. Because that's the type of person I am. I keep gifts because they mean something to me and they mean something to the people that sent them to me. Tammy, thank you so much. And I'm being a little quiet, but I'm not really in a raging mood anyway. Because Sharon is asleep. And I'm sure she can hear me somewhere. Okay. I wish I'd have made up some Snap so I could drink it out of this new cup. But I already had it made. I wanted this to be brand new. But the next time you see that, I'll be drinking out of it. And it was so weird. Because I knew my water bottle crunching and gulping, it was a parody of FBS. But most of the people in my chat, thankfully, have no idea who FBS is. So they were saying, what in the world is Terry going crazy over that purse, crunching up a water bottle and gulping on it, and blah, blah. Ladies, that was a parody. And I don't even want you to go watch him to see it. Believe me, he gulps and drinks out of a water bottle rudely every time he goes live. It was a parody, people. It was just a parody. And then, so I don't watch him. I don't give him a view. I get a clip. But one time, when I first came into the MobTube, and I'll repeat that story again for those of you that don't know, FBS which reached out to me because he found out I knew who NB was. And I did. She came from the bottom feeders. She's a despicable, cop calling, job calling, called Texas Rangers on a friend of mine, had her kids taken away. I hated her. I knew what she was. I knew who she was. I knew where she was. So when he reached out to me to expose her, I did it without hesitation, without doing any research on him or the MobTube. I just did it because I felt she did this in the bottom feeders. Any community that she's in and doing this vile shit, she needs to be exposed. And I already knew that MRE had been exposed. And I'm pretty sure Lauren exposed him, but he don't believe me, so I don't care. Let him think she's a friend. She's not a friend to anybody. He'll find out sooner or later. Well, he already found out, but he didn't want to admit it. Because he took her out of the Durkeeverse and took her straight to MobTube where nobody knew where she was for months and months. Until I think MRE dropped me a link that he knew I would know who she was. And therefore, FBS, he told me he found me through common sense. I've never known common sense in my life, but if that's what he says, that's what he says. So I just came over here and exposed her to MobTube. Well, they put me on a big pedestal. FBS, Gunsmoke, all these guys, they seem nice. I didn't do any research. I didn't know anything about them. And I had money, and I was giving it to them. And then the more I sat in his chat, and the more I heard him downgrading Trump, supporters, downgrading rednecks, downgrading hillbillies. And this is somebody pretty close to York, Pennsylvania, and that would be a hillbilly if there were any hills there. But that is the flat land of Pennsylvania, because after all, I was born in Geneva, New York, but I grew up in Tioga County, Pennsylvania, the home of the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon. That's where the hills are. So I thought, what's this dude talking about hillbillies and rednecks like he's something? And then when he started the atheist stuff, I am an atheist. Been one. I know how they act. They never say anything about religions. I don't. Never. So I started seeing through to him, and I got to despise him because of it. Well, one day, and I'll never forget this, because this is going to go directly into the story I'm going to tell you. I was in his chat. Never had a problem with Jesse Roth or Miss Can't Be Wrong. Never with either of them. They were in his chat. They were loyal to the bone for this dude. So it was right in the chat. I have never had a private conversation with Miss Can't Be Wrong in my life. Now, I have talked to Jesse on Instagram. It's been a long time ago. But Miss Can't Be Wrong and I were never even on Instagram. The only place I ever saw her was in his chats or my chats. So anyway, we're in there. And they're making fun of Angel Gotti. Making fun of her cooking a chicken pot pie. Well, he'd never heard of a chicken pot pie. It must be some country thing. Let me tell you something, FBS. Everybody in the world's heard of a chicken pot pie. There's nothing damn country about it. So he's going on about this chicken pot pie, and then he brings up grits. I've never tried them. I've never heard of them. I bet they taste like shit. But again, without knowing anything, he's popping his mouth off. So Miss Can't Be Wrong was in the chat, and she happened to be right near me, and I seen her comment, well, I love grits. I'm from the South, and I love them. So I said to her, oh, really? Where you at? She said, Alabama. I said to her, right in his chat, I said, how can you stand to sit in here and let him downgrade rednecks, hillbillies, and Southerners like he does? And she said, well, you don't understand him. Like everybody makes excuses for somebody that they like. But from that day on, I never thought she was black. Never. I knew she was a lady from Alabama. And she knew stuff about the South. I've learned from I lived in Kentucky for a little while. I lived in Alabama with my daughter's father for a little while, Mobile, Alabama. And I've lived in Texas since 1977. So I know a little bit about Southerners and rednecks. And I said, well, I just can't understand it. And she was always so quick on the ball. She's probably, next to Carlos, the best radiator on YouTube. And I've been in some big chats with them fish people that have 600 or 700 in a chat. You got to be quick on the draw. And they don't want any bullshit. They want fish questions only. I even tried it. I couldn't do it. It was too nerve-wracking. So I let Miss Can't Be Wrong be a moderator immediately. Her and Jesse Roth. And even though they know how I feel about FBS, we're all still cool. And the same way with Joey. Me and Joey are cool. And anyway, I don't listen to him. Well, stand-up guy had a community post. And it was showing FBS ranting and raving, as usual. And I thought, well, I'm just going to clip on this and see what he's saying. So he's comparing himself to pizza, how he's so... You're no different than pizza, except you're not as entertaining and you're not funny. And you have no life experience. At least pizza is pizza. People know what they're getting with pizza. And if he got hit by a car, if he did, and it doesn't make any money, you're not going to change one person's mind about the money. He is entertaining. He's witty. He's sharp. And he says a lot of things that other people on YouTube are afraid to say. That's why his channel gets taken down over and over. It's not even necessarily from people. It's from YouTube that have probably red flagged him by now. Because he can't control the N-word and all the other stuff he says. But he's still more entertaining than you, FBS. If he wasn't, why do you play his content endlessly in other channels? You don't play content of somebody that's boring. Just like all of Durkeyverse uses Durkey's content. They all hate him, but they all play his content. So what's they tell you? They love him. Because without him, they don't have anything. this squared guy, I don't know what the fuck they're seeing in him, because he ain't got nothing going for him, but that's another story. So I'm going over there. Heard a little clip of stand-up guy said, oh, I can't believe this idiot. I cannot believe him. So then I go see Pizza. I hadn't watched Pizza this week. And it was the great unveiling of his hit and run. He looked banged up. I don't care. I'm not going to pass judgment. It happened or it didn't. Everybody knows Pizza knows. Make your own judgment. So he's on there playing FBS. Thank you, Pizza. I didn't have to give him a view, thanks to you. Or Redzilla or Grumpy Italian. They all play FBS. It's worth it to subscribe to their channels just so you don't have to give that fool a view. You can hear his most ridiculous statements on Redzilla or Grumpy Italian. So I'm listening to Pizza play his stuff. Of course, he's calling Pizza a liar, and everybody that gives money to Pizza is a liar. Well, what about you, FBS, saying your mother had 2 weeks to live? What about that? What about you? And then he said, he's going on about Miss Can't Be Wrong. I really should play this. He's going on about Miss Can't Be Wrong being black and all this stuff. And I thought, what is he talking about? What is he fucking talking about? I'm sure he's known her longer than I have, and I knew where she was from and what she was without even having a private conversation with her. This should prove to anybody that watches him and thinks he cares about any of you that he doesn't. He's a narcissist. And believe me, I took 2 years of psychology. Narcissists think only about themselves. The only time they have any empathy is if it's going to wind up doing something for them. So the only time he was being nice to me, and it was Terry time this and Terry time that, he got the Lauren information, which I'm not sorry about. I don't regret it. I just wish I wouldn't have gave it to him. I wish I'd have gave it to anybody else but him. The money I regret, but I did it. But it didn't take me long to snap out of that thing. I started seeing through him real quick. So then he goes on this rant about all the people that prayed for my mother. I appreciate it, but fuck them. It don't mean nothing. It's like praying to nothing in the air. On and on. Every single person in his chat, and probably all of them, with the exception of me, and I've been gone, are Christians. Or Muslims, or something, Hindus, Buddhists. He was downgrading every one of you, slapping you in your face for prayers, people. Think about that. I'm an atheist. I am a true atheist, and I have never. My daughter was in a serious car accident. She was in a coma for months on life support. And most of the people at the salt mine were Christians, big Christians. I knew a black man that's my friend to this day, Herman Fitzgerald, that was a preacher. He said, do you care if I come and pray for your daughter? I said, I don't care what you do for my daughter. I would have let him come in there and kill goats and put blood on her. I wanted to save her that much. And he has a nerve to criticize people that sent prayers for his mother. You people that still listen to this fool after this shit that he said last night, it's fresh. That he didn't know Miss Can't Be, he thought Miss Can't Be Wrong was black. Well, I'm going to apologize for him, Miss Can't Be Wrong. Because he didn't think enough about you after being the loyal friend you've been, the wonderful radiator you've been, to know what race you were. He didn't care enough about it to even find out where you were from. I would never sit here and do that to anybody that was my friend. I don't even think about that shit. If they're my friend, they're my friend. He was like, oh, well, I got a black. Look how close she is to me. Miss Can't Be Wrong. Miss Can't Be Wrong. I had to tell him. I was spellbound. I still can't get over it. That's one reason I'm doing this live at 3 or 4 in the morning, whenever it is, because I wanted to do the unboxing. I didn't plan on doing a live, but I had to address this. And he was going on, mad, like he was, well, if you people want to waste your time praying, it didn't do any good, but I appreciate it. You think I said that to them people at the salt mine that were having prayer circles for my daughter? Do you think I said, well, it's a waste of time, you people? I was grateful for every single thing they did. Every preacher that came in her room and did prayers, I held hands with them. And I was hoping that they were right and I was wrong, that there really was somebody that could do something. I don't believe that there is, but I would never never take that belief from somebody else like he does, like he's better, like he's smarter, and he's not even a real atheist, or he wouldn't have that Jesus Christ tattoo flaunting it around. He is the biggest liar. He makes pizza look like a saint. Because at least pizza, I've never heard him downgrade rednecks or hillbillies, or he uses the N-word. He can't control his mouth. He's mean to his dog. I don't know if FBS is mean to the dogs, but he may be just doing that for a dog lover. But when he was saying that, the prayers that you people gave meant nothing to him. Nothing. What else does he have to say or do to make you people wake up? I would much rather give money to pizza, and I have, but I did it mostly to get Pull Stick pissed off. I didn't do it because I feel like giving a dog abuser money. No. But I remember how those people had prayer circles at my job constantly for my daughter. Constantly. You think I want to say, quit doing that, they don't mean anything? And she got over it. She lived. She still has short-term memory things, but I took some of my saltwaters, rode down there with me and did prayers. My brother is a atheist too. And he didn't say anything, and he's more outspoken than me. He didn't say anything about them people coming in there and praying. At that point, you don't care what anybody does if it's real. If your mother really did have 2 weeks to live, you wouldn't care what anybody did to save her. Just like me. I didn't care, and I wouldn't care even if I did. Now, I don't want them praying over me. When I had my appendicitis, I drove myself to the hospital. I was married to number 6. He's totally drunk all the time, so I sure didn't want him driving me nowhere. So I drove myself to the hospital. They were getting ready to do emergency surgery. Now I was in so much pain, I didn't care what they did. I didn't care at that point if they hit me in the head with a hammer. They had to do something. This pain had been with me for a month. I'd been doubled over. Finally, when I decided to go to a doctor, he said, you've got appendicitis, blah, blah. Anyway, to make a long story short, number 6 comes rolling in there on his Harley. And he knew I was atheist. All my husbands do. I said, whatever you do, I don't want no last rites. I don't want nobody, no preacher in there. The last thing I see is a preacher praying over me. I don't want that. They all knew that. And even as drunk as he was, this might have been the most wonderful love thing he ever did for me. I seen him come walking in there. I could smell the alcohol on him, clear from where I was laying. They were getting ready to take me in surgery. And he had my bags in a garbage bag, my nightgowns and stuff. And he said, I just want to say one thing while I'm in here. Don't anybody pray over her. She's atheist. And I thought, my God, that drunk fucker has never done anything decent, hardly. And he's in here letting them know how I feel, because at that point I didn't care. And he was sweet enough to come down there in the cold on that Harley with a trash bag with my nightgown and stuff in it. And I'll never forget it. It might have been the sweetest thing in our 6-year marriage that he ever did. And I had told all my husbands, if I'm in a death situation, do not pray over me. But that's me. When it was my daughter, I let anybody come in there that wanted to. I didn't care. Preachers were in there sprinkling holy water on her. I didn't care what they did because I just wanted her to get well. But for FBS to sit there and tell his people that sent prayers that it didn't mean anything, that they might as well have been talking to the air. I'm sure his mother doesn't feel that way. I'm sure she's probably embarrassed over him if she knew how he was talking. And Miss Can't Be Wrong, Joey Dimes, Jesse, you people that still like him, you go ahead and like him. I still love all 3 of you. I don't know what you see in him. I'm sure you don't know what I see in people that I like. Or maybe you don't even know who I like. But there's nothing about Tammy that's not wonderful. Nothing. And these gifts prove it. And I'll be getting more birthday gifts. And guess what? I'll be keeping them all. Just like I did that Louis Vuitton purse. That lady that gave me that purse. It wasn't for my birthday. It was just because she gave me things all the time. Because of the 3 wonderful dogs she got from me. And I used to go spend weekends with her. And she would come and spend them with me. And Minnie knew that purse was more than a Louis Vuitton purse. She knew that it was special because it came from them women. And I am so upset. I cannot believe that you people sat in his chat and let him talk to you like he does. You are much dumber than the pizza people. At least they know what they're getting. You know what you get when you when you back pizza. You know exactly what you get. You know you can believe 90% of what he says, or 9%, whatever it is. He's going to say something funny. He's going to make you laugh, maybe. He might say something you totally agree with that you don't dare to say. Whatever the reason, he is more of a genuine person, and he gives FBS 100% of his content. And FBS, for your information, chicken pies are very popular. And I knew who Angel Gotti was because I grew up there. I knew the Gottis. I knew the whole trial. I knew about John Gotti and that guardian angel dude when all that trial was going on. And he said he'd never heard of a chicken pie. And then he said, I don't know. I've never tried grits. Well, if you've never tried anything, keep your mouth shut about it. Keep your mouth shut, because you sure aren't no atheist. You aren't like any atheist I've ever known. The atheist I know would never tell someone, oh, we don't want your prayers. They don't. Never. I give little blessings from hyena. Some people love those blessings. And who knows, it might be working. Maybe it's working through you Christians' idea of what goes on. You might be right and I might be wrong. None of us will know till we die who's right and who's wrong. And at that point, it's not going to matter. But to make fun of somebody's belief, and to think that one of your closest, loyalist allies was a black woman until last night, is appalling to me. And Miss Can't Be Wrong, you are wonderful. You are one of my best radiators. Carlos is my very best, because Carlos knows the man, and he's not so quick to jump and block people like women are. Women will block things if they say one thing bad about me. Let that chat be free. Let them rip and run, fight with each other. I love that fight that Lisa Marie and Maureen Moe were having. I didn't want either one of them blocked. Lisa had a wrench anyway. Lisa can hold her own. They weren't getting out of line with each other. They were having an argument over a show that I didn't even see. So I was going to stay out of it. I never seen the show. I haven't seen it to this day. I don't even know what they were talking about. But let them talk. Trolls ain't going to do nothing. What are they going to do to you in a chat? Now, if they get real nasty and might get your channel taken down, they need to be blocked. But other than that, let them talk. Who cares? They're in there. They're having fun. They might be having fun fighting. If you let it play its way out, they may settle something. Don't be so quick to block everybody. That's why I trust Carlos. Slide hardly ever comes in there anymore. I don't know what's up with her, but she can drop links. And I'm sure that and nobody can come in my chats when I do them, because I do them whenever I feel like it. Even Sharon, who is staying here with me, she never knows when I'm going to go live. I just go live just like this morning. I had the gifts. I'd already opened them. But I wanted to do an unboxing and show Tammy how much I appreciate them. And then I heard all this shit about FBS by listening to Pizza. Pizza played practically the whole thing. And then I heard the clip that stand-up guy had. And me being an atheist has never come involved any of my friendships with anybody. Any of them. And I have some of the most wonderful Pekingese friends in the world. And all of them are Christians. And a couple of them are Muslims. And we are best friends because our dogs bring us together. We don't sit there and worry about religion. It's the Pekingese that we think about. Or it's Trump with my Trump supporters. And they're all Christians. We're for Trump. We're for the country. We don't let religions get into it, or race, or anything else. No, I'm not going to let some race baiters come in there and snag on every word like spade or something. Somebody's talking about playing spades and they want to make it a race war. I'm not going to tolerate that shit. As long as they come in there, they can argue with whoever they want to, but they're not going to bring race into it. My chat is freedom of speech. And as long as people aren't saying things that are going to get my video taken down or my channel, they can argue with each other. Let them. If I wouldn't have been able to talk in the chat with Miss Can't Be Wrong, I found out before FBS did that she was from Alabama. He didn't even know it. And he's the best friend of her. He's a narcissist. I have been studying up. I've got my psychology books here. And I've been looking up narcissist. And every single thing they say about a narcissist is him. Because they don't have empathy, people. They don't care about anybody but themselves. They will act like they do, like when he was getting some money off me and I gave Lauren up to him. Well, then, man, I was this. But even when I told him, when I got mad at him the first time, and I said, I cannot stand the Trump bashing and the redneck bashing and the hillbilly bashing, he still did it. He didn't care that it upset me. And for all you Heidi the Gap, poodle kicker, all your big racist indignation. You have been with the biggest racists on here and it hasn't bothered you one bit. So don't come with me with your holier now act. You could fool stand-up guy and some of them people that don't know you, but I know you and I've got the videotapes. You aren't true to anybody or anything. The only time you play the race card is when it suits your stupid purpose. If it's somebody that's got a channel that you're trying to hook up with, then they can say and do whatever they want and it doesn't bother you one bit. But the main thing you are, the main reason I hate you, and I will always hate you, is you're an animal abuser. And you told it yourself. And you thought it was fine. You didn't even think there was anything wrong with it. You just kept going on and on with the story of kicking the poodle. You had no idea that that was animal abuse. None. So that's why I despise you. I haven't talked to you since the day you told that story. And you know I haven't. So these other people can be friends with if they want to. I will never be in a chat with you. I will never be in a chat where you're on a panel because I draw the line with you, ma'am, because I read some of your filthy DMs. Thanks to Lauren. Pizza? Thank you so much for playing the FBS Live, because I didn't have to give that fool a view. None. Pool Stick, you're just an idiot. You ain't going to do nothing to nobody. You're not going to beat nobody up, and actually you're kind of fun to fight with. And Rolex, you may not know this, but Pool Stick informed everybody yesterday when you went in his chat that you were coming down here doing math with me, Grandma, lady in Texas, and you're sucking on my nipples that drag to the floor. So Rolex, please get up off the floor and get off my nipple and give my methamphetamine back to me. Rolex, would you please do that for me? And he's funny. No, that's a joke. Nobody laying on no floor. I'll tell you what, if Rolex was down there, I'd do more than let him do that for some meth. These are my twin cups from Allie, Chelsea, and Tammy. And I will have them till the day I die. And for everybody that prayed for my daughters, or that might have prayed when Tatum passed for me to feel better, I appreciate it. And I don't think that you're just praying to the air. You believe in what you believe in. And I would never criticize anybody for their beliefs. Ever. Do I think that hyena has some kind of blessing power? Absolutely not. But there's people that do. And if it makes them feel better, they're going to get a hyena blessing as long as they want them. Do I think she's a psychic? Maybe. Because when she's up here with me, when I turn that ring light on, that dog is on. And you've seen her jump up. The rest of the Pekingese don't care. I could turn that light on all day long. They look at me like, hey, the light's in her eye. Shut that off. She is a special dog. So I've owned Pekingese my whole life, and I've never seen one that jumps on cue up here to give a blessing. Never. I have had people from the salt mine come by here and just have her want to put her paws on them. And I thought, well, you know, this is crazy, but it made them feel better. So if they want to come and believe that, then who am I to say, you know, you're stupid? And why would you believe that stuff? Because hyena has actually brought joy to people and peace to people. And she might have even cured and helped FBS's mother. Since he doesn't believe in God, maybe he ought to give hyena a little bit of thanks. You are the most ungrateful, narcissistic, know-it-all piece of shit on YouTube that I've ever met. And I've been on here for 18 years and I've seen it all. You are the worst, mister. And how anybody can sit in your chat and listen to you after the derogatory things you say. And there was something else he said that was so outlandish. Oh, he showed a blood pressure thing to prove that his blood pressure didn't go up. Hey, FBS, let me tell you something. There's the biggest bunch of Munchausen, hypochondriac women I've ever known in my life in the bottom feeders. They film from emergency rooms. They film from hospital rooms. Anything for attention. Emergency room watching their blood pressure. They've got kids with every disease in the book. They've got an uncle dying. They've got a migraine headache. I don't tolerate that shit. I'm not going to say get well, kiss my... The people that I care about and have mental problems, health problems, I talk on the phone with them. I make it personal. I don't let them come in a chat. So you FBS ought to be over there with them Munchausen, hypochondriac, pill. You're probably addicted to pills. Whatever they have to do, doctor shopping bunch of females. Because anybody that would show a blood pressure thing with no proof that it was your blood pressure. You just had a blood pressure cup there. I said, this man is unhinged. He's losing it. I mean, his pool stick acts like he's already lost it. He flops around like a freak and said Rolex was in here, that my breasts were hanging to the ground and Rolex was sucking on him. Well, they don't hang to the ground. But if Rolex wants to suck on him, you better believe he can. And you got on his Facebook immediately. You're an idiot. Get on my Facebook. Start messing around with some of them bikers and some of that family that I have and go posting their pictures and shit and see what happens. Mr. Tough Guy. You're a joke. And your buddy, FBS, it's plain to see why you hook back up because you're not identical because I've never heard you beg for money like FBS does at every chance. But I am emotional over this shit about Miss Can't Be Wrong and the Christians. Whether you are or not, you probably never will be because, like I said, I got my psychology book out. And narcissists don't have the capacity to feel empathy for anyone. Not their mother, not their wife, not their supporters, not their donators, nobody but themselves. So, Tammy, I'm going to end this on a wonderful note. I absolutely love this blanket. It is perfect colors. And how you knew that I like these colors, I don't know. I love the cup. The next time you see me, I will be drinking my snap drink out of this. I love the candle. I'll probably never burn it because I don't want it to get messed up. I want to keep it like it is. But I will have it right here where I can see it. I might have it right here under my ring light. Tammy, thank you so much. Happy birthday to my amazing friend. Here's to another year of laughing at our own jokes, dealing with stupid people, and keeping each other sane. Now, I'm not sure we keep each other sane. I pretty much think we're both insane, and we do. Well, I'm not even going to tell you the stuff we do because you wouldn't believe it. Sharon fits right into the group. When we talk, I put Sharon on speaker. I'm going to have Sharon tell some truck driving stories. Sharon and I are going to try to go live Saturday, even though she's not much into this YouTube stuff. She has some fascinating truck stories that I hadn't even heard. Because this is the first time we've actually spent a long time together because we both worked. I worked 6 days a week. She drove a truck, so when we got together, we were partying. We weren't reminiscing. Well, now, since we're both retired, we can reminisce. And she is telling me stuff that I never heard before, and it's fascinating. I've had a fascinating life. She's had a more fascinating life because being a truck driver for 20 years, she's seen and done it all. And by the way, congratulations to the truck drivers that are refusing to deliver goods to New York City. I wonder if any of you people knew that was going on. Go, truck drivers. Teach them a lesson because nothing else is going to work on these liberal freaks. I had a guy email me. In fact, Paul likes this. He likes to see a little cleavage. He notices it really when I don't. So, Paul, when you see this, baby, I'm thinking of you. Yes, I am. So anyway, that was the unboxing. Tammy, I loved everything. I've got your bracelet on. My little Lisa Marie, you can handle yourself, girl. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you in my chat. And I don't have nothing against either one of you, Maureen or you. I didn't see the show you were talking about. I still haven't watched it. Don't care about it because the dog kicker's on there and I've refused to watch or be in a chat or ever listen to anything she says. I heard what she said about the dog. That's all I need to hear. And I know what she's done to people in the back, and I've got videos of her. But you held your own, Lisa, and you've got a wrench anyway, so ain't nobody going to mess with you from there. Anyway, everybody, have a happy Thursday, Thursday, whatever. In FBS, you are a piece of shit. You're worse than I even thought you were. And I'm sure if your mother really knew how you were talking to these people that sent their prayers, how you really felt about them, that she would be ashamed. Very ashamed. Pizza, Redzilla, Grumpy, thank you for making me not ever have to give FBS a view. Thank all three of you. I appreciate it. And Stand Up Guy, if you wouldn't have had that on your community page, I wouldn't have been able to find out what I found out. Put the blood pressure cup up. FBS, you're weak. Go hang with the women. Go hang with the addictors that are addicted to pain pills, the Munchausen people, the hypochondriacs, the doctor shoppers, and the attention seeker women, because that's exactly what you have. You may act a little bit worse than they do even. Sometimes I think there may actually be a little bit of something wrong with them. But if I'm 73 and don't have no health problems, I find it hard to believe that these women that are in their 30s can't even do jumping jacks without being out of breath. Just saying. Anyway, got twin mugs now to match my glasses and my outfits. And this is not an outfit. This was my nightgown. But I did get a special message that somebody likes seeing a little cleavage, so. Oh, I got to shake my pills for my rednecks and my hillbillies. Oh, and Durkee and Donald have made up. They were actually on a live together. I know how Jesco feels about the family, but actually, at this point, so many people have made so much money off your family. You should really get together and make your own money and quit letting people blood suck you. Get along. You're the one that the documentary was about, not all these other hanger-ons in the Durkeeverse. You were. All of you. And I care about each and every one of you because I'm a hillbilly myself. The rednecks, hillbillies, white trash, trailer trash, Trump, 2024. And Miss Can't Be Wrong, I don't care if you think you're owed an apology or not. I am apologizing to you for him. I am. Because I am embarrassed for him. Tammy, I love you. I always will. I can't wait till you get down here to visit. We will go to the copper burning meth heads places. We will go to all the murder scenes. We will sit here and fool with the dogs. We will talk to Paul. We will do whatever you want to do. We'll go do some lot lizard stuff, make a little extra money. Subscribe to Redzilla, Grumpy Italian. You won't ever have to listen to FBS again. You can listen to him on their channel. I don't mind listening. I don't mind giving him a view. I will, but I like it when I know what he's going to say is going to be dumber than anything he's said before. And all you Christians, salt miners, people that prayed for my daughter, I appreciate it. I hope you're right and I'm wrong. I really do, but I doubt it. But none of us will know anything until we die. And then we could be up there saying, I told you so, I told you so. Or we'll be nothing like I think it's going to be. This blanket is absolutely beautiful. And I think I don't really want to light that candle. I don't want to ruin it. Hyena, are you scared of all this stuff? Where's my little Presley? I got to have a little Presley time for Carlos because he likes to see me get bit. Ugh. There you go, Carlos. There's the fighter. There's the boy right there. I guarantee you won't be getting no blessings from this guy. I know. You're so tough and you're so mean. I know it. Nobody's going to mess with the boss. Nobody. Coins are nickels, people. And they're letting me know that pizza's thinking about me. They're nickels and they're pizza thoughts clinging in like little coins. Oh, Hyena's saying, put your Trump hat on, Mom. Mega. 2024. Freedom of speech in my chat. As long as you don't get the video taken down. You can fight with each other. Fight it out. Be friends. Whatever you want to do. You won't be blocked. Lisa Marie can take care of herself. Ah. Oh. Here, tell Carlos good morning. There you go, Carlos. I don't know why he thinks you're so great. I guess because you're a little dog with an attitude. He's been this way his whole life, and so was his father, and so was his grandfather. Now, Picasso was not this way. Oh, my God. Go back over there and go to sleep. Oh my word, you're mean. Get back up there. Go to sleep. Here, let me put you back in your spot. There you are. There you are. There you are. Now, Hyena, you're going to come here, baby. He's after you now. See what you got started, Carlos? Got a dog fighting ring going on. Tell everybody goodbye. And if they want to believe in your sweet blessings, I think you might have some power. I really, really do. Bye, people. Ciao. And Saturday, me and Sharon may be live. Saturday or Sunday, I'm going to have her do some truck stop stories. Truck driving stories. Lots of things I didn't know. Ciao. Hello.